Well, I think everybody is not degenerated, you know, to follow this kind of coalition. I personally feel that the PPP will come up with a majority because they have a track record, right? What the opposition will tell the people? They'll make promises like before, and they'll speculate, they'll condemn, they'll make small thing big. I think to an extent they have been trying to wipe out corruption, you know. But I think the most important thing is that they're going with a track record. Over 20 years of track record. I think only jackasses will go and vote for those people. Jonathan is a decent man, he's a humble man, very approachable, and he's incorruptible, right? And I think he should have a next chance. He has not only a national reputation, but international reputation.
All right. People have said, some persons have said that Moses Nagamutu is power drunk, and that's the only reason he is joining with the APNU. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so. Because at the very inception, when he was not elected, he said that Dr. Jagan, which I believe is a lie, had promised to give him that position, right? But he's not giving any kind of clear and convincing reason, okay? But you can see the way they behave in Parliament, right? Is a clear indication that they want power. Why do you have to stagnate Parliament? No reason given, right? I think that if you're a politician, right, and you want to lead this nation, you should have the country interest at heart. But in Parliament, you have not shown that kind of interest of the country. Therefore, I give you 0 for that. You see? So I think they are power drunk. Moses Nagamutu was with the PPP from the very inception, right? And he knew what the PNC has done to this country. Okay? He knew that the PNC was behind the brutal assassination of Dr. Walter Rodney, right? He knew everything. He knew about the lack of food, the lack of employment, killing and murder and whatnot in this country, right? This is a very long one, right? I think you know about it. So I think it's a total betrayal. I think this men have really gone crazy, right? So I think the PPP is there to come back and to push this country forward and make it one of the best in the Caribbean.
Do you think the APNU and AFC coalition can win this election?
No way, they cannot win. People will win.
Why you say that?
Because I know that. Because if the AFC and APNU come together, the people will know what's going on in this country. Because they two come together, they cannot win. If they were separate, then they could have more seats. But at least they come together now, they cannot have that amount of seats what they have before.
Okay. With that said, who do you think will lead Ghana? Granger or Ramatar?
Ramatar.
Why?
Ramatar will lead Guyana.
Why do you have so much
I
confidence?
have confidence because I'm a PPP civic since I'm a little kid.
Okay.
And I go with that, and I know personally they will win.
People have said that Moses Nagamutu, you know him, right?
I know him. He's a big fool.
All right, go that back again.
He is a big fool.
Why you say that?
I say because he was with PPP. Why he came off from PPP and go to AFC?
If you had voted for the AFC in the last election, just saying if you had voted, do you think they have betrayed? Do you think AFC have betrayed the Guyanese by joining with the AFC?
AFC has betrayed the people. And betrayed Guyanese. Some of the Guyanese people are very stupid to go and join AFC. They all have to come back with PPP, so PPP could win this election.
So, put aside that you're a PPP civic, do you think that they're doing enough for Guyanese?
Yes.
In your
Yes.
honest opinion?
Yes, in my honest opinion.
Okay.
They are doing enough because at that time, when Forbes Bonham was running this country, they are banned all items. Now, then you has people used to go fetch water from like half a mile, bust drain and dig water and get water, nasty water they used to cook. Now they have water in the house. They have road till in the gate. What more these people want? They want the Guyana government to bring food in their house. Everybody has to come out and work to have an honest life, an honest living.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much. Okay. Who's better to lead Ghana, Granger or
Well,
Ramatar?
since me know me get sense is PPP, so it's Ramatar.
Okay. Why you say that?
Because all the time me know it's PPP rolling.
Sorry. Do you think the AFC and the APNU coalition could stand the possibility of winning these elections?
No, I don't believe so.
Why?
They help the people and they do not do the people. Since they're in there, they make more trouble. And then they can't go in there.
All right. Why you think Ramatar?
Well, they help the people a lot. I mean, they get piled though, but they help the people a lot. Especially poor class people, you know.
Do you think a AFC or APNU coalition can win these elections?
No,
Why?
because plenty body who with the AFC, right? Who win a with Nagamutu and vote in the last time. Then I go vote back now because normally East Indian people get one tendency, then don't vote for PNC. So AFC Nagamutu shift to APNU, collide with APNU. Me, I think no way. Then go come back. Them few votes when I get the last time, go come back with the PPP.
Okay. Who do you think is better to lead Ghana? A Granger or a Ramatar? Who do you think is better, a Granger or Ramatar?
Well, being that Ramutaga one half storm, you understand what I'm telling you? And he not do bad. You understand, with the opposition we face presently now, me think he do excellent. Because you know when you cut budget and with this opposition when I get presently now, is that they really give a hard time. And he come out excellent. Me say he can come out with flying colors there.
Okay. People have said Moses is power drunk. Moses Nagamotu, he's power drunk, and that is the only reason that he joined with the APNU. What do you think?
I think very same thing. He power drunk for true. Because president or nothing, and you mean believe in scripture, so when time meet for your end, you do a lot of stupidness. You understand what I'm telling you there? Because I like Hindu, in fact. When Ravan was a good devotee for Lord Shiva. But when he decided for time period, I think he started Kalibun and he abused it. Abused it. So, you know, well, that meeting, he power drunk.
Okay. Let's just say if you had voted for the AFC in the last elections, do you feel betrayed by the AFC joining with the APNU now?
Most, but I never vote for AFC. Me, well, since me ban with copper me and Anton know me a copper man.
Can win these elections?
No, I don't think they will manage to win this election because they haven't bring anything new on the table, and as such, I think the merging of both of those opposition party will give the PPP a better chance of winning this election.
Okay. With that said, who do you think is better to lead Ghana, a Granger or a Ramatar?
I think President Ramutar have all the capability that we expected out of him to lead this country, and I think he stands a more better chance of winning this election, especially around what would have happened in Parliament. I'm confident that Mr. Ramutar will win this election come May 11th.
Okay. Some people have said that Moses Nagamotu is power drunk, and that's the only reason he joined with the APNU. Your thoughts on that?
Looking at the merging of both parties, say AFC and APNU, they haven't delivered anything of our expectation. All they were looking at is the power, and those both of them, if you look back at Moses, all he's interested in is power. And he would have said that in camera that PPP missed the opportunity of making him the presidential candidate. So all these guys are interested in is becoming the president of Guyana. But the president of Guyana could only be one person.
let's just say hypothetically, or let's just say, right, you had voted for the AFC in the last elections. Do you feel betrayed that the AFC have joined with the APNU?
To be honest to you, I voted for the PPP the last time. I'll continue to vote for the PPP. But as a political-minded individual, I think AFC would have betrayed many of the Berbicians' credibility in terms of saying that they will never merge with APNU, and that is what they did. They go back against their word, and as such, I see they will not get the 10.3% of the voters that they had the last time, and they will lose more stand come this election.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So far, the PPP had do a lot of good for the country, and they must show a lot of progress, right? They need to do a little more on the progress, but they must do a lot of good for so far.
Okay, with that said, do you think Al Granger or Ramatar is better to lead the country?
I think Ramatar is the most person okay for run the country for so far, because he administrator. Me do a lot. I went far in school, and I do electrical through in this PPP administrator.
Do you think Granger or Ramatar is better to lead the country?
Ramatar is much better to rule the country.
Why you say that?
Because a lot of progress in the PPP, since the PPP around the country, a lot of progress. I know about Granger before, but since me know PPP, always do a lot of good to the country.
Okay. People have said that Moses Nagamutu is power drunk. All he wants is the presidency of the country, and that's the only reason that he have joined with the APNU. Your thoughts on that?
Me feel that's right, because how long he in the PPP, he want to be higher than where he is, and because he can't get a position, he fall off.